Yo, 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 guys, how is it going? Let me turn this music down a little bit for you. There we go. Welcome, guys. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another US session live. And yeah, welcome back to another stream. Hope everyone's having a good day. Not much for me so far in the US session, but I'll break it all down in a second. But great to see everyone here. Duncan, how's it going, mate? Yorick, Raul, welcome. Yeah, let's see who's here, guys. If you're just tuning in, drop a comment, drop a like, as always. And yeah, welcome to another stream. Let me just post this link for everyone really quickly. And we're good to go. We are good to go. Yeah, hope everyone's had a great weekend. I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves and ready to crush the week. Let me just check. We're good to go. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, we're back on. We're sweet. Charlie, how's it going, bro? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'll start breaking down in a second. The hourly is about to close. So on the hourly closure, I'll break the market down for both NAS and gold. Because NAS looks quite interesting, to be honest with you. NAS looks a lot better than gold, personally. But we'll break it. I'll break them both down shortly. Ashton, how's it going, mate? Welcome, Saf. Welcome to the stream, guys. Yeah, welcome, everyone. What's happening? Yo, through Carl, how's it going, mate? Hope everyone's good. Hope everyone is having a good one. And let's see if I can catch a US session W. Okay, let's see if we can catch a US session W, which will be nice. Nice way to start the week. Nice way to start a Monday off anyway. 25 people tuning in. I'll start breaking down now. So the hourly is about to close in 2 minutes. Quick look at the news. Monday, no news. No high impact news today. So everything's just pure price action. No news Monday today. The only news we've got is tomorrow. We've got some CPI at 130 USD. So from now, for my session, you know, for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, there's literally nothing in the way. So whatever price does. Like I say, if it wants to give me an entry, I'll take it. But price action in London has been a little bit dead, to be honest with you. Like I say, I don't really get too attached to what the price action does. You know, I don't trade emotionally to what it's doing. I just react. As simple as that. But like I say, whatever happens, it's all pure price action. There's no red news in the way. On Monday anyway. After that, you know, there's a bit of red impact news. Wednesday's clear, but Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, there looks like to be a little bit of red news in the way. Okay, so something I'm seeing, or something that we've seen in London session, has been fake outs everywhere. Okay, quick look at the daily. The daily and weekly has opened nice and bearish look. And the reason being that gold has opened up and pushed down super bearish, I personally think it's because over the weekend, we had an ease in intentions with the war. We have a potential meeting, which is big news. You know, any sort of meeting that could potentially stop war means that money is going to get pushed out of gold, which is a safe haven. Any sort of bad news or bad war news where tensions don't get eased, for example, when wars start, you see gold increase because people put money into safe havens like gold. But because we've had some easings of tensions in the Russia war, like I say, you're seeing that little pullback on gold and you're seeing this instant push down on the weekly. It's because of that easing of tensions and people are taking money out of gold and putting it into more riskier assets. Look at that 500 ticks already to start the week off to the downside. Okay, so that's the reason we're having that pullback. You know, 500 ticks is insane for a pullback. And it really happened straight away, look, in Asia and like pre-London. So this price action, there might have been some great entries to the downside, but when I came onto the chart, literally around 7 o'clock, gold had already pushed down. And anybody trying to sell gold down here has had a bit of a tough time. And I've just mentioned this to the community members now, and that's why me and the community members, we prevent these fake outs. Because a lot of people are trying to take gold short here. A lot of people are trying to short gold here. A lot of people are trying to short gold here, okay? One sec, let me just Sorry, guys. Let me just get that back up. Something in the way. Yeah, so if I just go back here, look at this. Gold's had this big push down and it's taken a lot of targets already. So a lot of retail traders who are just too itchy to enter the market, well, they're trying to sell gold here. They're trying to sell gold here and they're trying to sell gold here. And even now, look, they're trying to sell gold down here because they're seeing it push down. Like, oh, I want to get involved in these sells. And the reason, yeah, and these have been clean breakouts. Look, breakout, 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 breakout. But the reason I've not taken these breakouts is because there's no targets to trade into to the downside. Okay? Look at this. You break below this range here, there's no targets, price fakes out. You break below this range, price fakes out. Oh, you break below again, and guess what? Price fakes out. And that's the difference between the way I trade breakouts and the way 99% of other people trade breakouts. A lot of people are just too itchy to enter the market, and look at this. Price has faked out like 4 times here. And I reckon a lot of people have been faked out this morning trying to short gold, and there's no targets to trade into. Look, these targets here, which are probably the only recent targets I would use, have been taken. So that's why I've not been looking for sells. When would I look for sells? Okay, I look for sells when price pulls back here. Why would I look for sells here? Well, what does that do? Look at that. Bang, targets. Perfect. Look at that. Bang, targets. Perfect. So once I pull back and actually create that space, or once I pull back and create these laws, that gives me targets to trade into. And then if gold breaks below a level, that's perfect because then I've got more reason for it to push down and I'm less likely to get faked out. I'm more likely to get faked out when there's no targets. Okay? Now if it pulls back and there's targets, there's less chance of me getting faked out and taking a loss. Okay? Simple as that. Yo, Deegs, how's it going, mate? Welcome. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yeah, how's it going, everyone? So, wow, cheers for likes. Anybody who hasn't already subscribed, drop a subscribe as well. Almost at 1.4k subs. Insane. Insane. So, yeah, what will I be waiting for on gold? Well, for me in the US session, I'm staying patient with gold here. I'm not going to be trading down here. Once it pulls back here, I'm going to be looking for entries. So once it gives me a little bit of a pullback, then I'll be interested to try and take some sells and try and take some buys into these highs if it breaks above. So for now, probably for the next 15, 20 minutes, I'm just staying a little bit more patient on gold and I'm going to focus on Nasdaq here because Nasdaq is starting to break out and Nasdaq is probably where I'm going to be able to get my entry based off maybe the hourly, maybe on the 15 or if it confirms. So what I'm going to be looking for and what I said to the members in the community in the update is I'm looking for buys above this entry or above this level here at 23,632. Okay, if it closes above here, I'm going to be looking to take some buys on Nasdaq into these highs. Simple as that. So this could be a very clean trade if it breaks above this range. Yeah, this could be a nice little entry for longs on Nas. Yeah, because look at Nasdaq here. Look at the targets I've got on Nasdaq. I've got highs up here and highs up here to trade into. Look at gold. There's no targets for sells. That is the difference, look. Look at that. Targets. Look at this. No targets. Once gold pulls back and creates targets, well, it looks good then. It looks good then because look at it compared to Nas. It looks the same. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay, so I'm just waiting for this closure really now. Nice strong closure here. I'm going to look for some buys. If it gives me that recent grab. Did he give it on the 30? No, it didn't. Could it grab 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, welcome everyone. Nas breaking. Yeah, Charlie it could break here. This could be a nice entry. I'd like the 5 minutes to confirm. If the 5 minute could confirm, that'd be nice. Hourly's just instantly pushed up, which I'm a bit concerned about because it could just be a top wick to push down. But if it can confirm into them highs, that'd be nice. Let's see anyway. What's this? Yeah, but welcome everyone. We've got 30 people tuning in. Welcome all. If you got any questions, feel free to drop a question in the comments. And yeah. Let me know. But yeah, I'm focusing on Nasdaq really until gold can pull back a little bit. I don't want to get trapped on gold at them lows. Personally, I don't want to get trapped down here on gold, so I'll wait for Nas. Decent little breakout on Nas will be nice. I took a nice sell this morning, 15-minute, nice retracement, continued 2 times my risk, nice. Yeah, this is Nasdaq, mate. So I'm looking at Nasdaq mainly because gold at these lows with no targets. I might have to wait for confirmation on Nas because there's no recent liquidity grab. There's no like recent enough grab. So I might have to wait for the, you know, the 5-minute, the 15-minute to line up. Nas, no recent. Yeah, Salhan, no recent grab on Nas. I'm just waiting for the closure first. I don't really like to worry about entries until I've closed above or below. If it closes above, then I'll be happy to look for confirmation. You know, if the 5-minute, not this 5, the next 5-minute can confirm, I can take some longs. How many trades have I taken so far today? No trades, mate. Yeah, no trades. Reason being is because look at gold. Gold's just been literally doing nothing. If anything, not trading gold in the London session today has saved, you know, if you're a breakout trader and you don't understand how to prevent fakeouts like I do and how the community does, well, you might have taken many losses today trying to trade gold. You know, I've sat on my hands not taking any trades, but look at the price action. It's been like slow, rangy pushes to the downside. It's not been super clean in London session, you know. Pre-London, nice break below. Nice trade down here. Maybe here, 15-minute entry. Asia was clean. You know, Asia might have gave a clean entry here. Other than that, London really didn't do much. But I don't mind trying to take some longs on Nasdaq in US now. Is that 15 not a grab? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's very close, Sean. Very, very close. It actually isn't. If you zoom in, it actually isn't. If it was, that would have been perfect, because I'd have been looking to long the next 15. It's just, that's the thing, that's where a lot of people will, you know, a lot of traders will go, oh, I'm going to take this because it's only just missed. That's where the actual discipline comes in, where you're like, okay, rules over feelings, you know, plan my strategy over anything I'm feeling. Because, like I say, a lot of people might break the rule of saying, oh, or might break one of their rules because it's just not done it. Well, it either has or it hasn't. And I'm personally not going to enter the long based off this closure because of that. I'd prefer to see a 5-minute confirm, then I can take it. Do you check the dollar index this morning? No, I don't. I don't check the dollar index. Like I say, I trade the market that's in front of me. Like I say, I don't personally trade gold and look at the dollar index because to me, it's just irrelevant. You know, I'm trading gold. I'm going to watch gold and I'm going to see if gold can set up for me. You know, I'm not going to look for a setup on the dollar index and then look for an entry on gold based off what the dollar index is saying. To me, it doesn't make any sense. And you just like I say, for me, you're personally just overcomplicating the chart or overcomplicating the analysis. Well, this 15 could be a very nice close here on Nas. Like I say, if I had to post a range here, this range here is clean. Nice, mate. Can't zoom. Yeah, Sean, all good, bro. All good, man. Yeah, I mean, if you can't look at your phone, that's sweet. You've got me to check for you. You've got me to check for you, bro. Nas longs looking good. Yeah, they're looking clean, to be fair. 15-minute longs are looking clean. I'd like the 5 to potentially confirm as well. Then it would confirm. You know, if the 5 can confirm and the 15 close above, that would be perfect. We will see. Wow, almost 20 likes already. Crushing it. Appreciate you all, guys. Sweet. Like I say, if you're new to the channel, drop a sub, put notifications on. I go live every New York session. I'm live. So feel free to jump on for the hour and a half, 2 hours that I'm on for daily. Mm-hmm. 15's about to close in 2 minutes. I mean, like I say, if you trade breakouts, I think next Nas 15 candle is going to push higher, but it's just not fitting my playbook, unfortunately. Not until the next 5 closes. What's gold doing? I'll see. Like I say, I can't do much until it closes. It could reject so much and give me a half risk entry. I don't know. Five is confirming, is it? Nah, not yet, bro. That is not confirmation. Let's have a look. What is there any news? Other news has come out. Foreign trade. What's this? China was worried about this. Wow, look at that. Look at that candle, man. That's why you wait for closes. That is the main reason why you wait for closes. You know, if you're very itchy to enter the market and you don't wait for your closes, you know, if you're entering up here, look at that. Well, you're in big drawdown. If not, you're taking a loss. Can you imagine all the retail traders saying, "Oh, I need to be in this market. Nas is pushing up. I have to get in long." Well, look at that. They've probably just taken a loss or they're in big drawdown. You know, patience really does pay in trading and sticking to the rules. And for me, candle closures confirm, you know, the actual closure of the candle confirms it. I mean, if this flips, it might. Like I said, I'm probably just going to use this range here. Decent little range and targets here on Nasdaq. Dun, 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 dun. Just entered long off the 1 minute FEG, anticipating the move up more. Like I say, if it fits your plan, fair play. But nothing is fitting my plan just yet on this. Not until I get a closure above this range. You know, if it can, like I say, if it can close above here, now look where it's rejected, this structure to the left. This is actually a liquidity grab to potentially push down. So, like I say, it could push up and continue pushing higher. But I just don't like longs here based off the wick rejection. You know, if you look to the left, what have we done? Well, we've just taken liquidity. We've taken liquidity to push higher, or have we taken liquidity to potentially reverse? For me personally, we've taken liquidity to potentially reverse. So it's just a bit risky. That's why I don't want to take it. However, there's nothing to say that this can't push higher first before reversing. Like I say, I'm just not taking that trade. I'll wait for a close above this level here at 23,640. Wick fill if it flips, yeah, you're potentially going to go on wick fill. I don't mind that, but it's just not to my plan, unfortunately. Like I say, rules and plan over the way you feel. Super important, you know. Like, do I feel this could wick fill? Yeah, for sure it could. Is it to my rules? No. So I'm not going to take it. You're targeting Asian high? Oh, yeah, all the way up here. Yeah, 8 o'clock. Oh, all the way up here. Yeah, 4:15. Not bad. I mean, that could be the 15-minute candle to continue gold down into them lows, to be fair. But it has taken them. Or has it left a double bottom? Did it leave a double bottom? Wow, it left a double bottom. Yeah, the hourly could fill. Gold now is just not super clean. That's why I'm sticking to Nasdaq. Asia highs, Asia highs, which basically align up with these highs here at 23,669, very clean. Or 667, clean to get taken. But I do think this wick fill is a great first target. This wick fill here, like I say, if I had a nice strong candle closure and it confirmed, that wick fill would be the target where I could be going break even. That would be the first management point for sure. And that's something I mentioned. That's something I mentioned to the community today. You know, I mentioned that to the Discord community today. Okay, I took a 7k payout literally on Friday, and it took me a month. So it took from actually starting the funded account to getting a payout, it took me 31 days, which is like 4 weeks to get a 7k payout. Did I trade every session? No. Did I take a trade every single day? Not at all. But it's not about taking a trade every day that's going to get you a payout. It's about staying patient and being disciplined to the plan. Okay? So don't think that to get these big payouts, you know, like 7k like I just took, you need to be taking a trade every day. No. It's not about trading every day. It's not about trading every session. It's about staying consistent and disciplined to your plan where you are going to take profitable trades to the plan. Okay? Like for me, I'm happy not to trade London session gold in this price action. I'm just not bothered about missing out. There's just nothing to my plan, nothing to my strategy. Okay? I don't think gold's going to create another low. I don't know. Yeah, look, I'd be break even on this now. Coming close to this wick fill, I'd be break even. Yeah, if you like I say, if you did take this initial range breakout, I'd be break even. I didn't take it though, just because it took liquidity and it didn't really close that strong. Yeah, look at that. Instantly, it's wick filled that. Instantly took the liquidity, now reversing. Such good targets to them. Then wick fills, when you've got big wicks and bodies, then wick fills are really nice targets. It's true, it is not about the money you make, but it's about you stick to the plan. Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%, like, sticking to the plan and being disciplined to a profitable plan is just one step, okay? That is the main thing. Sticking to it and being profitable is being disciplined to it, being disciplined to the plan. You know, the more you can be disciplined to the plan, the money just comes naturally. The payouts just come naturally, okay? You know, most people think that traders who get regular payouts, they're like over risking, they're trading every day, they're always in positions. It's just not true. You know, I take like 7 trades per week, on average 1 to 2 trades per day. And like I mentioned just then, and like I mentioned about the payout that I've just received, you know, I was trading 2 accounts, I made 7k payout, because I was sticking and being disciplined to 1 to 2 trades a day. I'm not in the market every session. I'm not in the market holding trades for like 6 weeks. I'm trading 1 to 2 trades per day. If nothing sets up, I'm simply just sitting out the market. And that is when you actually start understanding that as a trader, that your job isn't to be in the market every single hour. Your job's to be in the market if a valid setup shows. And I'm going to execute it. And if it loses or wins, whatever. That's a big turning point. Big, big turning point. Okay? See, look at that. That's why you go break even at the wick fill. That is why you go break even at the wick fill. Wick fills are just a big liquidity to push down. Look at that. I love wick fill targets personally. You know, if you can get like, if I can get like a 30 tick, 25, 30 tick wick fill target, you know, 2 contracts, $500-$600 in like a little wick fill in like 2 or 3 minutes, the best. How's everyone's day been though? Has anyone taken much today? Anyone taken any trades today, guys? Put in the comments. Let me see who's been on it. Moore's out. Nice, Moore. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this 15. I'm gonna see how this 15 closes. I might take a little risky, you know, we have created a bit of a range here. And, you know, depending on how it closes out, there could be some 60 tick targets into them highs. A bit of a risky trade, but I'm just going to see how it breaks out. I like the fact that we've got these highs and this sort of range to trade into up here. So if this 15 breaks out in 5 minutes, I'm going to look for some longs on gold. Very, very small risk. Okay? Very, very small risk. Just based on this rejection candle here. This green bullish candle rejecting these levels, potentially breaking above this zone. Not the cleaners, that's why I'm only risking very, very small, but I'll see. I need to see if it breaks out. You know, it's only like a 40 tick range, but we'll see. If it pushes up, like I say, into that sort of range, you know, let's say it closes here. I've got like 30, 40 ticks there, and then into them highs, I've got like 60 and then 86. And I could like buy the pullback, but it's only an idea. It's only an idea for now. It's literally just an idea of what could happen. I'm not entering anything yet. Yeah, look at Nasdaq. Nice range on Nasdaq there. Waiting for that breakout now. Potentially some half-risk sells, actually. Did it liquidate that trend line? A little bit. Like I say, we will see. Just took 500 on gold. Nice. Scalping gold. Beautiful. Good work. Nasdaq's a bit hit or miss. Nasdaq will like we took a trade last week on Nasdaq on stream and it smashed take profit. It'll do that, or it'll like just mess about with entry. Gold is like a lot nicer. Gold is a lot nicer. It'll tell you what it wants to do straight away. It'll like either smash target or smash stop loss. Which I'd rather just know. Instead of Nasdaq just messes about entry for like 5-10 minutes and then bang straight into profit. You want to break out Nas? Never traded it before. Nasdaq's clean. I like Nasdaq. Nasdaq's good. I've taken some very clean trades on Nas, to be fair. I just trade Nas. What you'll see, guys, you'll see me on stream. On stream, you'll see me trading gold if there's something on gold. If gold's doing nothing, like right now, basically, unless it closes above, I'll just head to Nas and I'll trade Nas with everyone. See if anything sets up on Nas. Like, Nas half risk entry could set up here. Ba-bam-bam. Also, guys, if anybody does want to join the mentorship, like I say, let me put the mentorship link in. If you do want to join the community, you can feel free to sign up and yeah, get involved. Start learning the full strategy. Let me pin this link. There we go, pinned it. Yeah, so for anybody who is interested in learning the full strategy, getting access to all the private channels, the webinars, daily Zoom calls, in London session, daily market updates, the full course, everything, you can sign up there if you want to, okay? But yeah, let's see how this 15 closes here. Maybe some half risk sells. I'm only risking low today. Like I say, I'm only trading combines today. Only trading combines. 2 minutes, well, a minute until this closure. What is Goldie do? Yeah, look at gold pushing straight down more. Like I can't sell here. I'm not trying to catch sells here, unfortunately. Just not what I do. You know, you might go, oh, Joe, sells look good here. Why are we not selling here? Well, you could have said that here. 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 You know, if you sold here, sold here, sold here, and sold here, you'd have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 losses. Okay, you'd have taken 4 losses. And then if you're saying to yourself again, oh, I'm going to sell here, are you not learning from your mistakes? You're selling into nothing. You're selling into no targets. You're selling with no confirmation, no valid entry, no range, no nothing. Okay? So, like now, I'm not selling because look at all these times, price is just faked out. You know? You might catch one sell that might win, but you've just taken 5 losses. That's not sustainable, unfortunately. So, I'm just going to focus on Nasdaq. Let's have a look at... Oh, see, I wanted them sells. Nightmare. What are you doing to us, Nas? If it top wicked, I'd have had a sell there. You know, probably break even at this level, letting it run. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I mean, if anyone market executed based off the analysis that I was looking at, I mean, fair play. Fair play. Yeah, look at that. And if anybody execute the sells on Nas here based off what we were talking about, I couldn't get an order in there, unfortunately. I'd have had to market execute it. Probably got in like down here or something. But these targets look clean now. Unfortunate. Oh, look at gold as well, straight down. Yeah, that would have been a very nice trade if it top wicked for me. That'd have been a very nice trade if it top wicked. There's still potential though. There's still potential on Nasdaq because if the 15 closes below this range, then I'd be looking for sells anyway. So yeah, this is just the early entry. Remember that this is just the first potential entry that I can take. If it closes below this range, then I can still look for more sells down because I've still got targets down here, look. I've still got range all the way down here. All the way into these lows or into this range, look. Support, support, okay. Charlie got in, nice. Are you on your combine, Charlie? Good work, man. G's. W's. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I'll be looking for a sell based on the next closure. If the next 15 can get below, then I'll take some sells. However, if it closes bullish rejecting this level, I'll look for buys. So I'm still open to both sides still, okay? So yeah, yeah, there might have been a potential sell, but there'll be more potential sells or maybe even a buy, depending on how it reacts, okay? See, I thought there was a small wick to start. Was it not large enough? For me, like I say, for me, Charlie, like I say, I like to wait 1 to 2 minutes for my entries. You know, if you look at the minute chart, here, it formed and pushed down all this way within the minute. So, yeah, did it form a wick? Of course it did. Yeah, it did, mate. So, you're right by saying that. But it was just the time that it gave me to get an entry, unfortunately. Okay. It was literally just the time it gave me. Let's have a look. Yo, Cash bro, how's it going, mate? Good to see you in the stream, bro. Anything happening? Just waiting for this 15 closure on Nas. Gold's pushed and taken all targets, really. The only thing I'd be looking at on gold is if it can get back above this level. If it can get back above like this sort of level, then I'd take some half risk buys. But I'd need to wait for the 15 closure. The 15 can get back above here, that's nice for some longs. And then full risk longs will probably be back above like here. You know, got some decent half risk buys on gold. It's starting to reject some structure as well. But like I say, I'm still waiting for my payouts on top one. I requested a 7K payout, $7,000 payout on Friday, and I'm still waiting for it to process. So I'm on combines. I'm just trading some. Like I say, it's Monday. I'm not really bothered. So I'm happy to trade combines until my payout processes. Yeah, me too, Cash. I was looking at this too. Unfortunately, it crushed targets. I was looking at this sell too. Very, very nice half for a Skentry. But it just pushed without me. It is what it is. It is what it is. 15 could close very nice here on gold. 15 or 30 could close very nice. What's the 30 looking like? Yeah, I'm liking this range here. I'm gonna be watching this on gold. Starting to create some decent structure now. So yeah, starting to create some decent structure. Have they paid you out previously? No, this is my first payout on top one. Yeah, very, like I say, first payout on top one. I've only had a couple of accounts with him. I've never really focused on them too much, but now I've been focusing on them for like 5 weeks. I've got to that payout stage. That's the thing. I've got many prop firm accounts, so it's like I just got to focus on some at a time. If that makes sense. Oh, what is this? There we go. Let me just update community really quickly with this. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this 15 could be nice for a little push higher. I might use some less risk, a little bit of a bigger stop loss just to give it some room to push into, say, these highs. You know, some good targets up here to take gold into. You know, especially first targets at that level. You know, first targets from there to there. I've got like 30 ticks. If it leaves that space, I'll have to see. But no, like I say, I'm recording a video. Well, there's a YouTube video coming out, possibly, I hope, Thursday. About the process, the payout process with top one. But like I say, there's a bit of a delay on the payouts because of a problem with Rise, the processor. But it's no big deal. It's no big deal, man. It's fine. Da, 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 da. Yo, wow, almost at 1.4k subscribers, insane. Appreciate everyone. Seriously, appreciate everyone for subscribing, liking, you know, supporting the account. Appreciate you. Yeah, I do like some buys on gold. I do like buys on gold on the next 15 candle. You know, even like a little swing trade. I know it's a big stop loss, but even like a swing trade like this for it to push higher. You know, go break even at these highs. The targets on gold. Well, the targets, you know, bottom wick, flip higher, 30 ticks, not too bad. And then the push even. Like over 100 ticks there. Just to like a little swing position. And that's how I would take it. Wait for the bottom wick and flip higher. And then as soon as price comes into these highs, I can go break even and then let the rest run. If it wants to push. Because that's what I'd be looking to do, really. But if it got too close to that level, then yeah, definitely. That'd be, you know, if price started pushing like this into this level, then I wouldn't take the long here because price could reverse and take my stop. I'd then wait for a close above here to take buys. Okay. So I'd only take buys if it was worth taking it. Like, this 15 looks very nice though. That's the thing. That's what I mentioned as well in the valid ranges and finding valid ranges course video. You know, it's all good having a range, but asking yourself, is it valid and is it actually tradable and worth taking a position? It's super key, you know? Like, for me, buying here into this level's fine because it's 35 ticks away. But buying, like, for example, if it pushed up and I bought here, it wouldn't make sense when I'm at a level where price could reverse. But the main thing here is waiting for this candle to close on the 15, seeing how it closes. If it closes strong enough, then I can see. Then I can see if it's going to give me an entry. Because for now, like I say, it's just in this range. I need the candle closure to confirm. 2 minutes until this 15 closes, guys. I'll be back in a minute. 1 second. Bear with me. I'll be back. I'm waiting for this 15 to close now. Okay. Yo. Does it make it more low probability because you're in a downtrend? Not for me, mate. If I've got targets to trade into and I'm buying, it's a valid entry, it's fine. I don't really try to trade with trend because even if you are in a downtrend, like let's say that this is your downtrend, well, look at this. You know, buying here, you've got a 50 tick entry or a 50 tick win. Buying here, you've pushed up another 300 ticks. So if I can just grab these little, you know, 30, 40 tick trades, that is absolutely fine. I don't really look at the trend too much. You know, I'm day trading. I don't really need to look at the daily or 4 hourly trend. If I'm buying and gold's super bullish for the week, well, yeah, that's great. But I can still sell and make 30, 40 ticks. Who's your broker? Just check the description of the YouTube video, mate. You'll see it there. Like I say, if you use that link, you'll get a bonus as well. Yeah, if you wanna use the broker I use and you want a bonus, just use the link in the description of the YouTube video. You'll get a bonus on your thing. See, now for me, this is just not worth taking the entry. I need that closure above. Because if I buy here now, for the sake of 8 ticks, it's not worth it. If it breaks above the range, well, perfect. I can look for longs into these highs. So really, all I'm waiting for now is the 30 closure. 30 closure above, I'll take some longs. That's the difference between it, if it's valid or not. Okay. Nas double top looking good. Yeah. It actually closed below here. I don't mind a wick fill. It has closed below. It has closed below. How long's the 30 got left? I just don't like how the 30 just opened and instantly pushed down. I mean, I don't mind sells into that double bottom. Which prop firms are you trading with? Oh, yeah. So, one sec, guys. If you want to use the prop firm I'm trading with, exclamation mark top one. That's the prop firm I use. If you want 55% off, which is the biggest discount you can possibly get, use code JTC. Okay, use code JTC, which you can see there. You'll get 55% off. See, I'd like, if I was swing trading, something like that. Have a look at gold. Yeah, gold, look at that. Perfect example. Perfect example of why I wait and I don't buy at levels. Look at that. Guys, do you understand why I don't buy at levels? That's a perfect lesson for you. Anyone buying at this level, because you haven't got any range to trade into now. Once you close up here, you've got 8 ticks to trade. It's not worth it. It's not tradable. Look at that. Price comes into it, reverses, pushes down. If you're in this long, based off a market execution, you're in drawdown. I personally would just wait for the closure above this range and then take it. And I'm happy to wait and stay patient for that, because I don't want to risk being in drawdown like this. Oh, nice. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, lock yourself out, man. 1 to 2 trades. 1 to 2 trades. And lock yourself out, especially if you're up for the day. Perfect. Broker. It's in the description. Go to the YouTube live and have a look at the description. It should be in there. You'll see like the community mentorship, the free Telegram group, and you'll see the broker that I use. $14. Wow. Yeah, if this 15 can get back above and the 30 can close above, that's sweet. I'd be happy to look for trades into this sort of range up here. And it'll come. It will come. Trades will come. You might have bad price action for a session. You might have bad price action for a day. You might have bad PA for a couple of days. But staying patient will always be key. You know, and the good trades and the good price action and the good entries will always come. That's what you need to remind yourself, okay? Yeah, it might be bad for a couple of hours, but it will get better, and you will find a position that will work out. How do I... Oh, $14 off passing 10k. Connor, all good. Don't change anything, bro. Obviously, if you're still making profit, you can get the 14. How do I improve mentality? Having a good plan, mate. Having a good strategy, having a good plan. Yeah, it definitely helps. Understanding that I'm not going to be right every time, but if I follow my plan and my strategy, I'm going to be right all the time, and that's what matters, okay? So, if anybody's got if anybody's thinking, oh, how do you improve my mentality? You know, just tell yourself, I don't have to be right every time. You know, 60% strike rate, which is very good. You don't have to be right every time. Okay? Yo, Paul, how's it going, bro? Yeah, welcome. But what matters is that I'm right all the time. I could take 2 losses, 3 losses in a row. But that doesn't matter over 100 trades. Over 100 trades is what matters, okay? I took this half risk. Is this valid? Not for me, mate. There's not enough range to buy into, unfortunately. Yeah, not for me. You know, buying here into that level is like 6 ticks. Not worth it. Dun, dun. Yeah, but so many traders think that they have to be right all the time. And a lot of the time, it's not your wins that do anything. You know, 99% of the time, traders will take a win, and after they've taken a win, they're happy. They'll lock out. But so many people, it's after a loss. What you're doing after you take a loss, that's what matters. You know, you'll take a loss, And then 99% of unprofitable traders will just start revenge trading. Will just start doing dumb stuff not to plan. That is the difference, okay? That is the difference. And when you can actually take a loss and say, okay, I've taken my 2 trades, I'm done, I'm negative 10 ticks for the day, I'm closing my laptop and walking away, that's a big step, okay? Hit TP, $14 off. How can I scalp that? Yeah, nice. Did you? Yeah, but just wait for another valid entry, mate. Don't look to just take a random trade. Joe, how do you how do I prepare for the day? Just with a coffee, really. Wake up, check my phone, walk about a little bit, have a coffee, and then look at the screen maybe like 45. Look at the charts maybe like 30, 40 minutes after I wake up. I don't do anything crazy. I have like the odd ice bath now and again. I've got like an ice bath at home. So, yeah, sometimes I'll have an ice bath. If it's not in the morning, I'll have it in the evening. You know, like 3 to 4 times a week. But I only do that because it makes me feel good. I don't do that for like any special reason. It's just I like the feeling. But a lot of discipline and a lot of actual, a lot of discipline comes from actually having a plan that you can stick to. A lot of traders who start trading are all over the place. They haven't got a plan. They haven't got a strategy. That's very hard on your psychology. That's very hard to stick to, okay? Very, extremely hard to stick to when you haven't got a plan, okay? Ashton, no, I don't, mate. No, bro. Golden rule, are you disciplined in your life overall? Yes, I am. Yes, diet, good. Training, yeah, I go to the gym, for example, yeah. Yeah, 100%, James, you're 100% right there. Yeah, like I say, I'm very disciplined in, that's the thing as well. If you can actually become great in trading and a profitable trader, it rubs off on other areas in your life. You automatically become a better person, and your life just automatically becomes a lot better. If you can become a disciplined and profitable trader, okay, everything in your life just becomes better. Your mindset, your look on life, your everything. And that's the thing, you don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to overcomplicate trading. People think that so many people fail, I have to overcomplicate this to be profitable. It's just not true. It's just really not the case. Yeah, James, I understood. I thought you were asking me a question at first. Like I say, you're 100% right. It is super, super true. It's key, mate. And a lot of the time, people will glow up when they've actually started trading. People will not go to the gym. People won't have a good diet. People won't be disciplined in any areas, but they'll start trading. And like I've already mentioned, it'll rub off on other parts of your life. You become more patient with people, okay? People say, oh, Joe, how are you so patient with people? You don't get angry that easy. It's because I'm patient in trading. It makes you better in other areas, okay? And if you can be like, for example, like James said, if you can be disciplined as a trader, you can be disciplined in going to the gym. You can be disciplined in, I don't know, other areas, other things that you want to accomplish. Like I say, going to the gym is not for everyone. It might be something else that you want to be disciplined in, but you know what I'm talking about. Yo, Zulu, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the stream. yeah, guys, how's it going? Good to see everyone here. Welcome to the stream. Like I say, if it's the first time you're tuning in, make sure you drop a subscribe and drop the notification bell on. I go live in the US session every single day, so don't miss a stream. Don't miss a stream, and you can tune in every single day. Yeah, let's see how the 30 clause is here. 30 clause, nice. Would you ideally like to see this clause above the 2 wicks? Yes, I would, Andy. 100%. Yeah, because if this doesn't close above the 2 wicks, guys, what would this be? And what could potentially happen? After, you know, if we close like this, what could happen to gold? This could just do what? It could fake. What could it be? It could be a fake. See if everyone's on it today. Practice these principles in all affairs. Patience and tolerance is key. 100%, Duncan. 100%, bro. You know, like I say, it does help other areas of your life. Fake out, Andy. Good stuff. Definitely. Fake out, Darren. Perfect. Yep. If it closes like this, you could just fake out of the level because you've taken the highs to potentially push down. And I don't want to get taken into a potential fake out. So if it doesn't close above, then I just don't trade. Simple as that. I need that closure now. I've got 2 minutes for it to start pushing. I need that volume now. You know, start closing up here. I'm a lot better. In a lot better situation. Angie, great stuff. Great stuff. And like I say, guys, look at this. This is what I mentioned in the community, guys. This is why we prevent the fake outs. Look at this. Fake out. Fake out. Fake out. Fake out. Fake out. Okay? Look at all these fake outs. I would love to know how many breakout traders selling gold on these breakouts here have taken losses this morning. Okay? That's the difference between us and the difference between like 95% of breakout traders. They've literally been faked out every single part of this trade. Yeah, good stuff, Zulu. Good stuff, man. Sub, yeah, I need to put a sub on. I need to put a sub thing on for the Nightbot. Yeah, break above here might be nice. Break above here could be clean. Has the 30 just closed? Yeah, 30's just closed above. It won't be the cleanest trade, but if it bottom wicks, I think it's going to continue pushing here. I mean, definitely into some of this structure up here. You know, bottom wick and push. Well, like 35 ticks there. Yeah, it did. It closed as a liquidity grab. Yeah, it did. I'm going to see how it reacts. Like I say, if it does start rejecting, that could be a new range for it to break above. But like I say, if it does confirm, then I'm sound. 4 hour just close too, yeah. Yeah, I will do actually. Yeah, McD, I will do digs. Nice one. 4 hours just closed as well. Look at that. And it's left a double bottom. We will see. Look at that. Look at that hourly closure. What an entry. You know, catching the half risk would have been nice. I mean, Charlie catching that half risk. Good stuff, man. I have a feeling that a lot of people are going long here, and I don't know. I'm just a bit concerned that it closes a grab. The only thing I can really do is wait for this 15 to close and then look for the long, because then that would like confirm that it's not closing as a grab to push down. I think a lot of people going long here could potentially take a stop loss getting faked out of this level. And I don't want to be that guy to take a long here and get faked out. Yeah, guys, if you want to go and sub to the Insta, you can do. Not sub, go and follow the Insta, you can do. There's the link. Yeah, like I say, with all these down here, people who got faked out, I don't know. I'm just going to wait for this 15 to close, and then I'll take some longs then into this structure above. See, look at this. Anybody buying here, not understanding that we've taken liquidity, is getting faked out. They're in a big, fat, juicy loss. And, like, where do they have their stop losses? You know, anybody going long up here, let me guess, they've got the stop loss, like, all the way down here. And they're going to take a huge SL. It just doesn't make sense. It literally does not make any sense. Yep, fake out again, guys. That's what we mean. This is the difference of understanding liquidity as well. Got stopped out on Nas. For me personally, mate, I'd only be putting the order in now. I mean, I don't know where your order's been put in. I don't know why you're putting an order in so quickly, Ollie, mate. There's no reason. Like, if I was going to be looking to long Nas, it'd be on the break of this. I think you're too itchy to enter the market, bro. There's no reason. Like, look at the minute candle. The minute candle here pushed down, and it hasn't flipped yet. Like, I would have the order in here now, after it's formed, okay? So I would be looking to long here, if it did flip. Like I say, that's just being a little bit more patient in the market. Like, closures here, it hasn't flipped yet. It hasn't flipped. Let's have a look at gold. See, look at that on gold. Could get a half for a sell. I'm going to move my range a little bit here because we have rejected that range. I'm going to move my range a little bit. And I'm going to wait for this 15 close. I might take some sells if this 15 close is bearish. Let me just update my range on gold. Like I say, patience will pay today. Patience will pay. Yep, see, that's why I prevent these getting tagged in, because I'm a bit more patient. Will some trades push without me because I'm waiting like a minute or 2 minutes for it to flip? Of course it will, but I don't care, because this will happen. Look at that, flying down because I'm being patient and waiting for the candle to form. I don't get executed in this. So, it's key. It's literally so key. Gold 15 could be nice. Like I said, look at this. So many people getting taken out of this trade now. Tell you that for real. I think so many traders are trapped in this long. Any breakout traders out there who don't understand the JTC concepts and you've taken these long, put your hand up. Put your hands up. I mean, let me guess. Like, so many people who trade breakouts will have the stops like this. TP like this. and they'll be in this trade. And they're like, why is it pushing down? Well, as simple as this, it's coming to a level and you've taken liquidity and you've just been faked out. Not gonna lie, Paul, if I wasn't in live, I'm also like, yeah, good stuff, man. But you're learning. That's the main thing. You're learning why I'm taking and why I'm not taking trades. That's what it's all about. It's not about, you know, it's not about being wrong, being right. It's about learning why I'm not taking and why I'm taking positions. And like I say, everything is in the community for you to learn, but live examples and actually taking positions is where some people just flick. You know, where people just click and it comes and they start understanding it. Like, everything to learn my strategy is in the community in videos. You can learn it. But what it actually takes sometimes for some people is to actually do it and learn from it in a live situation. So, you know, if that's something that's just clicked for you here, perfect. Because I go over this a lot in the community. But you might not understand it until you've just done it, okay? Or till you see it in front of you. And that's all it is. It's just doing it and learning from it. You know, if you took a long here and you're in a stop loss, well, you simply just learn why it took you out. And it took liquidity and faked out. Yeah, so I'm personally just going to watch this closure here. Targets now after I had this little pullback will be these lows, which are like 70 ticks away right now. Yeah, 70 ticks away. Guys, one sec. I'm just gonna get some more water quickly. Give us a minute, and I'll be back. Like I said, I'm waiting for this 15 to close anyway. So 5 minutes until this 15 closes. I might be able to take some entries. Okay. Right, so we just tapped that level at 33. One sec, guys, let me see. Yeah, we just tapped that level at 33.49. That's key, that, because if it breaks below here in the next 2 to 3 minutes, then I'll be happy to take some sells. Now it's tagged it. That's quite key. Very key. Like I say, within this range, I'm not going to be doing anything now, because look at the range on gold. Every time it's come into this level or into these two levels, it's rejected. Look, rejection, 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 rejection. Look at the upside, rejection, rejection, rejection. Okay, so there's a lot of rejection at either side of this range. All I want to see now is that breakout. You know, breakout, I can look to trade. Da 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 da. How long have I been on now? Been on for how long? Wow, an hour and a half on stream. It doesn't feel like it. Feels like I've been on for like 40 minutes. Guys, if you're still tuning into the stream, like I say, let's see who's here. If you've got any questions at all, please feel free to put it in the comments. Past my 10k funded. Connor, insane. I almost missed that, bro. Connor, congrats, bro. Congratulations, 10k in funded. Great work. Now stay patient. Wait for your setups and get them payouts. Great work, my guy. Yeah, I'll do a 2-hour stream today. I've decided I'm doing a 2-hour stream. So I'll be on for another 30 minutes. Like I say, I only do an hour and a half normally, but I'll do 2 hours today. Ibby, would you not wait for a close past the most recent low? No, because that is my target. My range is this level here. Okay. So if it closes below this sort of structure here, I'll take some sells. But it doesn't look like it's going to. It's a bit annoying, to be fair. But that's the thing. Like I always mention, guys. Okay, plan and strategy over feeling. Okay, plan and strategy over feeling. You know, if you're taking trades based on how you're feeling, you're not sticking to your plan. Like I could say to myself, "Oh, I'm gonna sell here now. I think it can go down. I'm not sticking to my plan. I feel like it's gonna go down." Well, I would kick myself when price rejects from this range and pushes and takes my stop. Okay, even up here, you know, if I felt like, oh, I'm going to take a breakout here because I think that price could go higher, well, I'd kick myself taking a loss like this, look. Okay? So always, it's super key. Stick to the plan, stick to the strategy that you know works out long term, and don't care about how you feel. Trade what you see, okay? Bam, bam, ba-dam, bam. Yeah, I think this is going to come to them lows. Like I've already mentioned, anyone going long at that level, very, very risky. Very, very risky indeed. Da, 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 da. See, I'm going to see how this 15 closes, because if this 15 closes below, I'll take some sells. If this 15 rejects the level and closes bullish, then I'll be looking for buys, because that would be a half risk buy. I'm going to look to take out them highs. Let me just screenshot. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Looking good. His gold's looking a lot better anyway. Yeah, 15 strong closure here. I'll take some buys. Took a small half risk on Nas. Let's see what happens. Let's have a look. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, nice work. I like that. I do. Yeah. I really do like that. You know, just to play it into that sort of structure there. I don't mind that, mate. You know, playing it into that. You know, you've even got like a right, left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder before maybe a bit of consolidation. Yeah, half risk is valid there. Half risk is valid. I'm personally watching this 15 closure on gold. Yeah, so Duncan, if it's valid on the trading view, I'll look to execute. I don't care if it's... Like I said, I don't care if it's what it's doing on the futures chart, mate. I'll execute based off this chart here and this chart here. Okay? The thing with Nasdaq though, Cash, be aware that we haven't really created a bottom wick yet. I'd personally wait for more of a bottom wick to then push higher. That could get created. I wouldn't like to get in too early here. Yeah, I'm going to see how this 15 closes. If this 15 closes and gives me an entry, I'll take it. If not, I'll stay active in the community. Yo, 31 likes. Appreciate you all, guys. Appreciate it. Sorted. Bam, bam, bam. Right. Cheers, Joe. No worries, Duncan, bro. DM'd you on Discord, Andy. All good. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll get back to you today, mate. Like I say, anybody in the Discord community, you'll get that priority response. Okay? Yeah, 15 closes below this range. I'll be looking for themselves down. If not, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some half risk buys. Maybe. Drop a like. Yeah, sound, guys. Cheers for the likes. Nice one. Appreciate everyone who's tuning in, liking, subscribing. And if you're taking some value away from the stream, that's what they're all about. That is what they're all about. Bang. Yeah, clean ranges here on gold, to be fair. Clean ranges. I just need that breakout. Breakout or closure. You know, strong closure, I can take some half risk buys. If it closes doji like this, then I need to wait for that closure and that confirmed move. Yeah, 30 will be nice here, to be fair. What about a backtest stream? Yeah, we could do a backtest stream. I mean, I think a backtest stream would be good on like a Saturday or a Sunday, no? Who'd be up for that? Like a Saturday, Sunday backtest stream? Like me just going through like the week or something, maybe. Or maybe like a review stream. I don't know. I like to do that with the members. Yeah, I'll do that with the Discord members probably. I mean, I think I give a lot of value on the streams for free. I'll probably do that with the members in the community. Like a webinar based on like reviewing the week or reviewing the month webinar or something. Bam, bam. Yeah, I think the live streams for an hour and a half of live trading, I think that's enough free value. As well as the videos that you get on YouTube. Like, there's a lot of value in them. So... You should do one of the members at the end of each month. Yeah, good idea. Maybe like a webinar at the end of each month. Because I do webinars on like the strategy. But like I say, once the webinars with the strategy is all done, like I say, I think monthly reviews or reviewing people's trades, what went well, what went wrong with each trade is a good idea. That's something I was thinking about anyway. Making like a separate channel in the Discord where people can put the wins and losses that I can review at the end of the month. Then we can just do like a Zoom for like an hour on like a Saturday and then just go through it all. I think that's a great idea. A lot to be learnt there. We will see. We will see. Alright guys, so 5 minutes until this 15 closes. I'm just going to see how this 15 closes, okay? If it gives me a setup, I'll look for it. But like I said, I don't want to sit in this chop. I don't want to sit in this chop for another potential hour or so. It doesn't make sense to. Like I say, if it doesn't break out here, I'll just set an alert here and I'll set an alert here. Yeah, I'll set an alert either side of this range and wait for the breakout. Don't really want it. It's getting a bit choppy in here now. So, like I said, we'll see. That's a great idea. Nice. Yeah, we'll do that for sure. Catrice will do that. Yeah, I think it's a good idea too. Like I say, I've got some more webinars that I've got in mind first. Like, I'm going to do like an entries webinar maybe this weekend. But yeah. Like I say, so much value in the community already in there. And there's so much more to come. So much more to come. Right. Yo, Messer, how's it going, bro? Wow. Yeah, man, good to see you. Have you took a break from trading? Or have you just taken... Have you been away, not been busy? What's up? Good to see you, though. Good to see you. The streams have grown since... The streams have grown since you were last here. Maybe like double. But yeah, anyway, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Three minutes until this 15 closes. This is going to tell me everything that I need to see. Depends how it closes. If it closes nice and strong bullish, I can take some buys. If it closes bearish below the level, well, then I'm going to see if I can take some sells into these lows down here. No, man, just moved to the London session. Ah, fair play, man. How are you doing? How's London been going for you? Nothing happened in London today, to be fair, for me. You prefer London Gold session? Nice. Nice. Da, da, da. Yeah, everyone's got the session. Just, you know, you need to stick to your schedule that works best for you. You know, if it's London, trade London. If it's US, trade US. If it's Asia, trade Asia. Like, you know, you don't have to trade set London Open. You don't have to trade the New York Opens. You can trade, like, a schedule that works around your life. That's all I did, and I got profitable doing that, okay? Since Trump, yeah. I've been loving the US, to be fair. US is where I've been taking the bulk of my positions, to be honest. To be fair. Looks like it's going to close past the zone. Yeah, but it doesn't now. That's why I wait for the closure. It can look bearish, like it's going to close below, and then bang. It pushes back within the range and I can't take anything. It's just one of them, unfortunately. It's literally just one of them. Like I've already mentioned, plan over how you feel. It's so true. Ba-ba-ba. Asia looks more volatile. Yeah, I can't trade Asia though. I don't trade Asia because I'm sleeping. Even when I was in Asia, literally like 4 or 5 months ago, I didn't trade it because I trade with the members in the community. Like, there's a few of the guys in the community trade Asia, and they have some great results with it. But I just stick to my US and London, to be fair. Oh, nice, Messer. Are you trading full time from Bali? Nice. What are your plans? Are you going to be trading based off? Have you saved up some money, or are you going for it and hoping that you get payouts, or are you already consistent? When I went traveling, I had like 3 payouts under my belt. That's it. Like maybe like 6, 7k in payouts, and then just went for it. I just went all in. All in. And then literally like one payout that I get now is like 5, 6k, 7k. Yes, yeah, nice. Nice, Messer. Might see you in Bali sometime. Might see you in Bali, bro. Bali's cool. Bali's good. I only went for a couple of months, to be fair. That's why I want to go back. The main reason why I want to go to Bali next, you know, to travel, is because I only went there for a couple of months and I didn't really see much of it. I was so locked in trying to, you know, trading all my sessions. I didn't really see much. So that's probably the next location for me. I'm a full-time trader, man. Yeah, nice, Messer. Good stuff, bro. Excellent. That's it. That's what full-time trading does. It's literally gives you the freedom. Gives you the freedom to do what you want. Go where you want, travel where you want, work where you want. Like, that's why I started trading. Freedom. Simple as that. Freedom. Yeah, guys, I'm going to head off. And I'm just going to go and trade with the community now. No, I can't buy. Didn't close strong enough, FIFA. Didn't close strong enough. Yeah, New York open now, but I can't trade until I get a breakout of this range. So I'm going to go and trade live with the community in the chats. And it's literally just been chopping sideways since, you know, for the last 2 hours. So I don't want to sit in a potential chop. All I'm going to do, everyone, is I'm going to set some alerts up here. And I'm going to set some alerts down here. And if I get a break above, I'm going to start looking for the buys. If I get a break below, I'm going to start looking for the sells. I'm going to let the market come to me, and I'm not going to force anything within here, okay? It's pointless trying to force anything within a chop. Like I say, if you did take, if you did get chance to get in some half-risk buys, I mean, for me, it's not a strong enough clause, but you're in some decent profit, okay? But yeah, for me, I'm just going to set some alerts at this range and wait for a breakout. And anybody in the community, I'll see you there, okay? If you're not in the community, guys, make sure you drop a subscribe. I'll be live tomorrow, same time, 12:30, 1 o'clock, okay? So, yeah, if that's it, anybody got any more questions? But yeah, US session is starting to, is opening now, and you're probably going to see that volume. Maybe the 15 could close above and I can get a long, potentially. Back above here. Yeah, back above here for longs. What's Nasdaq doing? Yo, look at Nasdaq as well. Nasdaq could be nice, some sells. Gold could be nice for them buys. Yeah, half-risk buy were nice, to be fair, FIFA. Yeah, that's why you're seeing this volume step in now, US Open. But I can't trade for another 10 minutes anyway. I need to wait for that breakout. Yeah, guys, that's what I'm looking for, okay? I'm going to be waiting for a breakout either above here, or if it starts breaking back below here, I'll look for them sells. Okay, guys? I'm personally just going to set some alerts now and wait for the breakout. The next entry could be in 10-15 minutes if this candle gets above the range. Okay, if it gets above the range, then I'll look for the buys. What are combines? Combines are just top step challenges, Duncan. They're just challenges. But that's me, guys. I've been on here for 2 hours now. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm setting an alert here, setting an alert here, and waiting for a closure above. I'll look for buys. Closes below, I'll look for sells. But, like I say, guys, I'll be live tomorrow. See you then. Trade safe. Bye-bye. Enjoy your day.